What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Jay Debates. I'm your host. I go by the name of Jay, and we are now on to episode 36. Whatever platform you're on, make sure you're showing love. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, hit the notification bell, get notified, all that. For episode 36, we will be redrafting the top 10 picks of the legendary 2003 NBA Draft. This is without a doubt one of the best draft classes of all time. This draft contains 26 total championships won, combining all the players, and what will be 4 Hall of Famers once LeBron retires. Hell, if he ever retires. Though these 4 are the big names of the draft, the future Hall of Famers I'm referring to, though they're the 4 that everyone remembers, their greatness does overshadow the remaining talent, as it wasn't just these guys who had good NBA careers. There was a lot of talent. It just wasn't seen initially. While some players drafted in the top 10 had no business being there, others taken in the mid to late second round were steals due to being picked up so late. Let's go back in time and redraft the 2003 NBA Draft to make it the way it should have been. At number 10, we got Boris Diaw, who was originally picked 21st overall. Boris Diaw is one of the most versatile players from this draft. He could do a little bit of everything, including score, rebound, assist, and play and guard multiple positions. He played his early years in the league as a guard before joining the Phoenix Suns and becoming a point forward. One of the earliest point forwards the league has seen was Boris Diaw. His ability to play initiate at that height and position was ahead of its time. Not saying he was a star or superstar, but he did possess a revolutionary trait that we see a lot more often now. Today's player that reminds me most of Diaw is Draymond Green. Both glue guys and point forwards who did a bit of everything and were definitely not the best players on championship teams, but sure as hell important players. Diaw won the Most Improved Player award in his 3rd year in the NBA, and more importantly, won an NBA championship in his 10th year with the Tim Duncan-led San Antonio Spurs. At number 9, we got Chris Kaman, originally drafted 6th overall. 7 feet, 265 pound Chris Kaman was a double-double threat for most of his career. He averaged 10 plus points and 7 plus rebounds in 7 of his 13 NBA years. His most impressive numbers being averaging 16 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks in the 06-07 season, and averaging 18.5 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block in the 09-10 season. The latter numbers would earn Kaman his first and only All-Star team selection. While his career averages and prime numbers show Kaman was not a bum once he got to the league, this is the 2003 NBA Draft, and there was a lot of dogs in this draft, so Kaman can't be ranked any higher on this list. Yes, he dropped, but again, he's not a bust, he's not a scrub. He actually was a solid player for most of his career and an above average player for some of his career. At number 8, we got Leandro Barbosa, originally drafted 28th. Another sniper in this draft is Leandro Barbosa. He recorded some impressive seasons in terms of shooting and scoring, and was a part of that classic Steve Nash-led Suns team in the late 2000s. Barbosa has 13, 14, 15, and 18 point per game seasons. All of them impressively coming off the bench as the backup to two-time MVP Steve Nash. To be able to follow up Nash off the bench with good scoring and great shooting efficiency, Barbosa should be seen as one of the better six men to ever play the game. He did win Six Man of the Year for his 18-point per game season, which included shooting 43% from three. I told y'all he was a sniper. The year before this, he shot 44% from three. He's a career 39% three-point shooter and has made 988 total threes in his career. This stat shows consistency and efficiency. Lastly, Barbosa is also an NBA champion, winning a ring towards the end of his career with the Golden State Warriors. At number 7, we got yet another sniper, Kyle Korver. And Kyle Korver was originally drafted 51st overall. Another big steal in this draft, Kyle Korver is one of the best shooters of all time. He shoots 43% from three for his career, 10th highest all time. This percentage is higher than players like J.J. Redick, Steve Nash, Desmond Bain, Klay Thompson, and even Stephen Curry. He's made the 7th most threes all time, and his career best three-point percentage of 53.6% is the 3rd highest all time of all NBA players who have attempted at least 100 threes in a season. Korver has a career 60% true shooting percentage despite being a guard, and is a one-time NBA All-Star. Don't be fooled by his incredible shooting and his historic numbers and think he should be any higher than what he's ranked at on this list. Korver was a relatively one-dimensional player who really couldn't do anything other than shoot. Even then, he wasn't a great scorer. His career best for points is 14, his career best for rebounds is 4, and his career best for assists is 3. Korver was great at one thing, but that one thing carried him to having a respectable career. At number 6, we got Mo Williams, originally drafted 47th overall. Alabama point guard Mo Williams proved he belonged in the NBA by displaying his smooth jumper and playmaking ability. He averaged 17 plus points 3 seasons in his career and averaged 6 plus assists 5 seasons in his career. Williams shot 43 plus percent from 3 in back-to-back seasons while shooting 39% from downtown for his entire career. He was one of the few pieces of help LeBron ever had during his first stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Williams is an all-star and also an NBA champion. This was the steal of the draft. You could argue D-Wade, but my point is D-Wade was a top 5 pick who we expected to be good. But Williams was a late second round pick who nobody paid any type of mind to. Yet, despite that, he put together some impressive seasons and had a well above average career. At number 5, we got David West, originally picked 18th overall. The second biggest steal of the draft, David West put together multiple impressive seasons in his long 15-year career. While never an All-NBA player, David West was a 2-time All-Star who was a reliable scorer, rebounder, and even free throw shooter at his best. He's an 82% free throw shooter for his career, which is pretty good for a big, and he averaged at least 17 points and 7 rebounds 7 times in his career, with 6 of them being consecutive. He also has two 20-point, 8-rebound seasons under his belt. West's impressive stat line, longevity, and value he brought as a late first rounder rightfully earned him this number 5 spot. Lastly, he's a two-time champion with the Golden State Warriors, winning 2 straight championships with the franchise at ages 36 and 37. At number 4, we got Chris Bosh, originally picked number 4. From his second year and onwards, Chris Bosh was a scoring and rebounding machine. Though he only played 12 seasons as a pro, he left his mark, averaging 20 plus points and 8 plus rebounds in 8 of these 12 seasons. He was already ahead of his time back then with his floor stretching 3-point shooting ability. And who could forget, he was 1/3 of the Miami Heat Big Three. Bosh is an All-NBA player, 11-time NBA All-Star, and 2-time NBA champion. The Raptors got this pick right. At number 3, we got Carmelo Anthony, originally picked number 3. Top 75 all-time player, 10-time NBA All-Star, 1-time scoring champion, and 6-time All-NBA player, Carmelo Anthony was a pure bucket getter. He averaged 20 plus points per game for his first 14 consecutive years as an NBA player and is 10th all-time in career points. Though he has no rings, his longevity as a high-level scorer and other accolades outside of winning a championship make him the clear number 3 pick in this draft, which is what he went anyways. At number 2, we got Dwyane Wade, originally drafted 5th overall by the Miami Heat. For his career, Wade is a top 3 shooting guard of all time, 3-time NBA champion, 1-time Finals MVP, 13-time All-Star, and an All-NBA and All-Defensive player as well. Wade was easily the second best player of this entire draft, and the Miami Heat got a steal getting him at number 5. Special shout out to the brilliant Detroit Pistons for starting their historical run of fumbling early first round picks by drafting Buzz. Looking at the guy they picked up over D Wade, I would say this is where it all started. Now, with the spots of 10 through 2 being redrafted, that leaves one spot left in the top 10, and that's the number 1 spot. Now, I must say, the player that should have went number 1 in the 2003 NBA draft is LeBron James. Next. So, before I close out this episode, I have a bonus pick for you guys from this incredible NBA draft. At the 60th pick, we've got the great Darko Milicic. His amazing first year stat line of 1 point, 1 rebound, and 0.2 assists per game completely justifies the Pistons picking him up over Dwyane Wade, Carmelo Anthony, and Chris Bosh. So there you have it. The verdict is in. I thank you for listening to the very end. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't care what platform you're on. Check out jadabase.com for clothing and merch. Make sure you're being notified. Hit the notification bell and stay tuned for more episodes. This is Jada Bates, and I'm out.